This is not roasting my.
I've been annoyed about is how like a conspiracy theory. I don't believe in most of them anyway, but I'm annoyed at how people use conspiracy theories to not think about how the world actually works in general. Because they say, oh, these famous celebrities like Beyonce and Jay-Z are trying to start a race war. That's why they named the title of the album Black is King and so on and so forth. And I was looking at them like, you do realize that in this world there are people whose wealth exceed Beyonce over tens of thousands of times on a different level. Like she's not even a billionaire, and yet you think she has the power to do race war with all these people. And when I see that, I just it makes my head hurt because people don't want to think
Beyonce
about.
does have the
Maybe,
power. She just
Yeah,
maybe she doesn't have the power, but she could may as well be in cooperation with someone who does have the power. She's just like a
yeah,
pawn.
like
it
someone
just
who
goes
does
back.
have the power. If they were to start a race war, they could use Beyonce to do it. Like, do you know how
Exactly.
many people
Yeah,
died for Beyonce?
but it's not exactly it's not her that's doing it. They will say that it's Beyonce that's the cause, and if you stop listening to Beyonce's music, then everything will go away. But when I think it like that, Beyonce when Beyonce dropped the album, yeah, give it a month or give it 2 months, because a lot of Christian people in America they were really vexed with this whole Black is King thing. I was like, just give it a month, give it 2 months. People will know Beyonce is, but that album will pass. It won't go crazy like. But it's the way in which rich
Wait,
people kind of dominate poor people.
Christians are vexed at Beyonce.
Yeah, some Christians are vexed at Beyonce because it has a lot of African imagery, and they think that she's trying to bring African spirituality, and make it like mainstream and so on. And they don't
I
want that
won't
to
lie
happen.
though. If I'm ignorant, someone tell me. But what has Beyonce actually like really done from the black community other than kind of just use it to like promote? Like I don't like if she's using it like I don't know. Part of me is like, what's the issue? She's black. Let her do her thing, even if she's not like African. Let her do her thing. But at the same time, um, if there are people that are like, oh, she does so much for the black community, please state what it is in terms of African people.
She actually doesn't do nothing. One lie, doesn't do nothing.
I don't think that's the case because it's
There's
due
one
to the
thing
whole.
there's one thing studying the culture and then using it for your whatever your album blah. But like I don't know, the way people talk about Beyonce as if this nigga gets on a plane and then drops boxes of jollof rice all over Africa and just drops it for the hungry children in Africa. Like I don't think she's on that kind of wave. I think she just appreciates the culture and then uses it for her art.
I think I'm pretty sure she's done a lot of stuff. I'll search up now, but even with the whole black is skin thing, she without that, a lot of people wouldn't have recognized the talents that's within Africa in terms of the dance, in terms of the sculpture, in terms of the art, and so on. So
Yeah,
she
but that's
brought
not her doing things for Africa. That's actually just her
no, but
doing things for herself. Like,
no, but like in conjunction with Africa, like a lot of big time African artists like Burna Boy, like Ghanaian artists, I think Shanta Waves, I can't remember who was his name exactly. Like they got to collab with Beyonce, and that's a really big thing. I remember watching some Breakfast Club interview, and someone said that listen, if Beyonce ever came to me and asked for my song, I would give her half of it, knowing that her name would also benefit me. So Beyonce didn't have to do it like this. She didn't have to get all these African
Um,
artists. She could, but she
but
did well in one case.
are
I'm
you done?
yeah, I'm going done.
What was I gonna say? But did she choose those black artists out of choice because she wanted to give more representation, or is just because she's the only one she knows that those are the best niggas out there to do it? Like if there was American niggas that could do the same thing, would she have chosen them?
I don't. I think she wanted to be more true. Like she even stated that the whole soundtrack which she like supervised for Lion King was a love letter to Africa. So it kind of goes with the intent of I want to support and promote these black voices that are doing really well because they're the best at what they do and they're black. So it just goes hand in hand.
mm. But I feel like their portrayal of Africa is just like not everybody is a king and not everybody is a queen. Like that's just
Yeah,
not
that's true.
that's
That's
just
true.
not how Africa works. Like, I feel like they like just taking the culture and just using it for their own personal gain. Like,
You could argue that as well, but in this sense, we're talking about Lion King.
look,
We're talking about
she
you talk
drop
about
the
the sound of
song,
music.
she drop an album called Black is King, yeah. But when she goes to do the album tour, yeah, she won't touch one country in Africa.
That's true.
We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see.
What do you mean? She dropped the one for Lion King. There was no tour in Africa.
But she couldn't. The coronavirus was going around. Like if She even dropped it like
That was last year,
last year.
before
Did
Corona.
she?
So there's no
But did
excuse
she?
to.
Did she go on a tour? Did she go on tour even in America? I
Mhm.
think she just dropped the album because it wasn't a part of like an actual song album. It was just a part of the Lion King soundtrack. So I don't think it's a regular album that you can just tour like that.
I don't think she's gonna go to Africa. Personally,
I
Huh?
don't think she's
even
gonna go to Africa.
like when there's niggas like Paul McCartney getting mugged by the Nigerian police, I
We'll wait and
don't think
see.
that's
We'll wait
it,
and
bro.
see.
I wouldn't do it either.
Nobody,
I
nobody
wouldn't do it
tours in Africa. Like,
unless it's like proper Afrobeat artists like Burna Boy.
yeah, like
Like
that's
I think
different.
What you
Swear
talk about?
Longitudes in Ghana
Even
and stuff.
Nicki Minaj, and all those city girls, they came to Nigeria.
They
They didn't
yeah
tour
for
Yeah,
though.
the
I'm talking about
motive, not to
tour. Like
perform.
they just went to the country and performed. Yes, because they were paid. But they
exactly.
didn't.
But
Ghana and Nigeria are lit when it comes to clubs, and everybody knows that. Like it's
Yeah,
actually a very
but that
very good
wasn't by
vibe. They're very
choice
very
of.
good at that.
That was like the country asked for them to come to their country and perform. That wasn't there. They wanted to go to the country and perform, and that's not a tour. That's just going to one country.
that's not how musicians work though.
What you mean?
Like musicians are asked to come to a country and perform. So I don't know what are you trying to get at?
No, they also want to go to certain places
Yeah,
in the world to perform. It's not just they wait for people to come to them. Obviously, they get people to come there because they're big, but I would imagine there are certain places that they might hold dear to their heart. Like I want to perform here.
yeah, like,
But Bruno used the point that it's the fact that these people were called by
yeah.
the countries
When
to
it comes
come.
to
So it's
tour
not
dates, the people like the artist chooses where they want to do the tours. Like they choose the countries where they want to do tours. Like
I don't think so. I think it's the management more so because the artists will be more so busy focusing
no,
on their work.
an
So
artist can be like, oh,
I
I only
promise
want
you,
to
there's
do
like
tours here in America, or I only want to do tours in certain places and thing. They get to
yeah,
choose as well. Like they have a say in it.
they definitely do. They definitely do. I would say that as well. There's no way you have because a lot of artists you don't realize are very very picky. They in their contracts they swindle these people. They want an entourage. They want this and that just from the guy from the promoter. Which to be honest they're not obligated to give all these stuff to these people. But in the contract they can literally have all this stuff and they'll agree to it. And if the promoter doesn't give them everything there, they have a right not to perform at all. Like
but
they do get a lot of say when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I don't really understand because I'm just saying that you guys said that there's no way she's touring in Africa. My point, let me clarify, is that if whatever entertainment business within Africa wanted to bring her in, pay her the money, I don't see a reason why as to why she would not want or would not go. So, and I don't think that just because she doesn't like the place that she wouldn't go all together, even if there was money involved on the table. It just kind of I don't really get it
If
because she's
mm,
been to Ghana before. Like I'm pretty sure this whole Black is King, the whole music video was filmed in Ghana. So for you to say okay,
Yeah, but
she'd
that's
never be in
just like
Ghana
the same thing.
doesn't
That's
make
just
sense.
using like that's literally just using the background. Obviously, if you're gonna drop a song that's to do like an album to do with Africa, you're gonna go film it in Africa. Like that's not paying homage to
But
Africa.
exactly,
Like
so if you're going to perform in Africa, you're obviously going to go to Africa. Because if you're asked to pay to perform in Africa, aren't you obviously going to go to Africa?
no, you can say no. You don't have to.
But I don't. Okay, I guess so. But you haven't given a reason why.
I'm
Just
talking
because
about
she may
world
not like
tour.
to.
Like she won't do a tour in a lot of places of Africa. If she does a tour, you're gonna see all the big names. You're gonna see Paris, France. Like you're gonna see Paris, England, America. You're
Australia,
not gonna see Ghana, Congo, Benin. You're not gonna see those countries. Like she
But
might go
we
to
have
one
to.
country one time.
you
Like she
might,
might go
but
to
I
one
think if
country,
a lot,
but she's
you
not gonna be a
might,
world
but
tour. Like
I think for a lot of celebrities, if they're honest with themselves, they don't see the same level of professionalism that Africa could bring in a lot of continents. That could be 100% wrong because obviously them men are able to perform to host big places like what's it called um what's that Afro Nation in Ghana. So they obviously have the assets and they have all that stuff for it. But I feel like for a lot of celebrities, they don't even want to like chance it, and then they won't even speak about. Or if I bet if someone asked them, "Are you going to Africa?" they won't even speak on it because they don't want to get bad press. But the back of their minds are like, "Yeah, I'm not touching Africa."
I get it. I'm just reading this tour. It says that for her last tour, she had no like African cities Which, so yeah, you guys are right, or more so
I
right.
don't know.
Exactly.
I I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I feel like that's actually how she's moving, but she just won't
Yeah,
say it.
but like my problem is that the black community is now like just her fans is now over gassing her. Like they'll be like, oh, we should call Beyonce Mama Africa, as if
Who
she's
I
said
saw
done
that?
the
that shit.
craziest,
I
as
saw
if
that
she's
shit.
done
I
the
said,
maddest things
wait.
for Africa. Like
I,
that's just
I
not
said,
how it
wait a
works.
minute. I said, wait a minute. Hold on there, dog. Yeah. People are open arms about that one. I get it. I get it though. For a lot of people, it is for a lot of people who are really deep and embedded into their culture, African culture like that. They can tell when somebody is appropriating and when someone's appreciating. So personally, I don't know, but yeah, I get
Hmm.
it.
People from Africa have actually done like artists from Africa have actually done stuff for Africa. But what Beyonce is doing is not really doing much. Like I guess she is showing small awareness, but like it's not really showing true Africa. Like not everybody is a king of like all the stuff she's doing is like all the Nubian and like kind of aesthetic type of style that's from like way back in the years, like
Yeah,
kind of
Yeah, yeah.
ways. Like
But I think that has to go with the world she's trying to create with Lion King, because Lion King is supposed to be some kind of all the time version of Africa where it is a king trying to find his destiny and so on. So if she
yeah,
does include history and so on, that's based on kings, it does make sense
yeah. Fair.
in that situation.
You're both making two good points. I just personally don't think Beyonce's on that wave. I don't think she ever
just
will
don't
be.
know either.
Mm.
Like that was Lion
Then
King. Okay, you did your thing for Lion King. But like, is this the only kind of music that she's gonna be making from now on for black people?
I'm not saying like though that's the point I'm trying to make is that we just got into a big argument about conspiracy theories like black is king, and people will think will go on that and think these are one of the biggest problems in our lives right now, that Beyonce making this whole song is trying to create a race war or something crazy like that. When in reality, we just proved here that it's not really that big a deal what she's doing. She's not doing crazy things for the African community on the African continent. So this whole situation isn't as big as it seems. And people make it big, forgetting about the actual big situations like global warming, like massive corruption, so on and so forth. That
oh, people don't give
that
a
plague
fuck
us.
about global warming anymore.
They
They
don't
really
care about
don't.
global one.
I
People
I haven't even
just
heard
don't
about
care.
that word in a while. To you, I don't think I've heard that word this whole year.